So you'll get to this page that says Cal State Apply, and it says freshman right here. You're applying for fall of 2021. So this is when you're starting school, this is the application that you will be clicking on. So you can either click apply for fall 2021, or you can click here, fall 2021, and click apply. You're going to get this screen. This is basically the screen where you're going to sign in and sign out of every single time, okay? Once you get to this page, you're gonna have to create a username and a password. So the way that you do that is you're gonna create an account. Can't sign in because we haven't created a username password. So we're going to create the account. You're going to write your name. In the title, you don't have to write anything here. The ones with the asterisks are the ones you absolutely have to fill out. So in this case, we're going to make up a name. Our name today is going to be Celeste Bautista, okay? So if you have a suffix, junior, the third, you can write it in here. If you want a different display name, and that's okay. So if you have a different name that you want to go by, but don't let this be anything crazy or too creative. This is like a genuine name that you also go by, and you want that name to appear, you can put that name here, okay? And the reason is they're gonna be able to see what this name is, so you don't wanna be unprofessional. Then you're going to put your contact information here. So you're going to choose a personal email address, okay? You could choose your ECHS email address so long as you know you're going to use it. I don't recommend it, however, because once you leave ECHS, you're not gonna have that account. So you could put a personal email address. So this would be personal email at gmail.com. And then you're going to retype that, personal email at gmail.com. Preferred for phone number, so 214-3400. And then an alternate phone number if you want. Obviously, cell phone means mobile, so you can just write that. Text and phone authorization. You need to click this. Basically, you're telling them, yeah, send me reminders that I need to check my profile, or send me reminders if I miss something on the application and I need to go back and fix it. And then you create a username. So ECHS 2021, and you choose a password. So there's certain characters that you can use here. There's a minimum of 8 characters, 1 lowercase, 1 uppercase, 1 number, and 1 special character. So you, ECHS 2021, I'm missing things. I'm missing a lowercase, and I'm missing a special character. So let me try again. Oh, I have it on caps. ECHS 2021, there we go. Password cannot contain username. That's great. So you cannot use your username or your name in your password. So let's try again. Okay. Great. So you confirm the passwords, and then you click I agree to these terms. Are you currently located in a European Union country, Iceland? I'm not gonna, what is that? Liechtenstein, Norway, or Switzerland? The answer is no. Create my account. The account has been created, so we continue. So we're gonna click save here. The extended profile. So the degree goal for all of us is going to be first bachelor's degree. For all of us, we're all gonna click first bachelor's degree. This is the first degree we get after high school. Which of the following best describes your current educational status? Graduating high school senior or equivalent? Yes, we're all gonna be graduating high school. Transferring with an associate's degree for transfer, that's going to be none of you. Transferring from a community college, none of you, okay? You're gonna click graduating high school senior. Have you taken and earned college credits through a community college or university? If you took an El Camino course, you're going to click yes. If you did not, you're going to click no. For the purposes of this application, I'm going to click yes because I need those things to pop up, okay? So have you taken and earned college credits through a community college? If you took any class at any community college, the answer is yes here. Are you applying to return to the CSU campus which you previously attended and intend to complete the same degree? For all of you, the answer is no, because you're just now graduating from high school. U.S. military status. Have you ever served in the United States military? For all of us, the answer is no. International applicant. Do you have or will you require an F1 visa or J1 visa to study at the California State University? The answer for all of us is no. What U.S. state possession do you regard as your permanent home? We all live in California. We have lived in California, so our permanent home where we're currently living, this has nothing to do with citizenship. It has everything to do with where we're currently residing and living. The answer is California. And then you click Save Changes. So now we're going to add our schools and our programs. Okay, you have your college lists already created. So if you need time to pull that list out, go ahead and pause here and then go and get your list. That way you're prepared for when we come back. Okay, so once you get to this screen, this is where we're going to be adding our colleges and our majors. So we're gonna do each college one at a time. If we do them all at the same time, you basically have all of the schools and all of the programs here on the left-hand side. So you're gonna be scrolling forever. So we don't wanna do that. So what we wanna do is we want to filter. So we want available programs, and we want to choose one campus at a time. And again, the reason is if we choose 4 campuses at a time, you're gonna be scrolling forever looking for your program. So let's all click on Dominguez Hills because that's, everyone is applying there. The delivery doesn't matter, the start term is fall. So we don't want anything that is starting now or is only available now or like can minimize to certain spring or summer courses. And then the source is campus, not extended education. Okay, so you're clicking on campus, the start term is fall, Dominguez Hills for this case right now, and then available programs. So we'll close. Now we only get the programs on the left-hand side that are currently at Dominguez Hills. Okay, so let's pretend I want to major in business administration. You're gonna see various business administrations: accounting, business analytics, entrepreneurship, finance, general business administration, and this is if you sort of want to start your own business, global logistics, supply chain, there's various ones. So the idea here and the hope is that you already know what type of business you want to actually major in. As you can see that there are several types of business administration. I'm gonna click business administration marketing for Dominguez Hills. So this has been checked off, okay? If I click on selected programs, I know that for Dominguez Hills, I've already chosen business administration. So I need to add more programs, right? Because I'm applying to more schools. So I'm gonna go back to the filters. I'm gonna go back to campus. I'm gonna unclick Dominguez Hills because I've already chosen my campus there. And I'm going to choose another school that I have on my list. So I have Cal State East Bay. So I'm gonna close here. And I'm gonna go to business. You can also do the filters. So accounting, business econ, entrepreneurship, finance, general, human, management, marketing. Great, I'm gonna go back to the filter. I'm gonna uncheck Cal State East Bay. I'm going to click on San Bernardino, close again. Go back to business, except look, what do you know? I didn't check. San Bernardino doesn't have a business program. Is there something else that this could be called? Let me check under marketing perhaps. And if it's not under marketing, which I really doubt that it is, then I have to swap that school out for another non-impacted school. So mathematics is here. Yeah, there's no marketing here, right? We get to mathematics, liberal studies, it's not here. So San Bernardino doesn't have a business program, so I have to choose another non-impacted school. So I'm gonna choose Channel Islands. And I'm gonna go to business, freshman. Look at that. It gives you some information, okay? You can read through that, especially if you really care about the school. Add business. At this point, I have already selected just 3 programs, so I need one more. And that's going to be my dream school. So I'm gonna choose almost everybody's dream school.
Long Beach.
Yeah, Cal State Long Beach. Okay, close. And then I'm gonna go to business. And they have business marketing right here. Okay, now let me double check my selected programs. I have Channel Islands, Business, Dominguez Hills, Business Administration Marketing, East Bay, Business Administration Marketing Management, or Long Beach, Business Administration Marketing. Great. So please remember, they're not all named the same at all of the schools, so please pick the one that applies to the major that you are closely interested in. Some of you may wonder, well, what if I don't know what I want to major in? Great, let's talk about that. Let's pretend that I want to apply to a non-impacted school. Oh, what happened here? So I'm going to click on filters. I'm going to click on campus. And I'm going to unclick Long Beach, whatever pops up again for me. Oh, it's not here. Okay. And I'm going to click on San Marcos. So under undeclared, you can put it in the search bar here. San Marcos will have undeclared general. Okay. If you're confused, just pick the school first and then choose undeclared. Okay. So at this point, I'm only going to add 4 schools because if I qualify for a fee waiver, I only get to apply to 4 schools. If I want to apply to more schools, I'm going to have to pay for that 5th one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add this one just so later you can see what happens. Okay. So I have undeclared, but it's asking me to choose an alternate program. So this program requires me to choose an alternate choice in case of over-enrollment. So it says here, you will be automatically enrolled in your second choice should this program become unavailable. Would you like to choose an alternate program now? So if you know what, I'm kind of interested in English. I really want to go to this school. Yeah, I'm going to choose an alternate program in this case. But if you're like, no, I really have no idea. And if I don't get undeclared, I just don't want to go there, then you would click no. But in this case, I'm going to click yes. And I'm going to see if they have business. They don't have business here for me, right? So maybe I want to do something with math. So I'm going to click math. Save this choice. And when I go to my selected programs, you'll see that I now have Channel Islands Business, Dominguez Hills Business, East Bay Business Administration, Long Beach Business, and San Marcos Undergraduate. I have 5 schools here. I'm going to repeat. If you qualify for a fee waiver, you're only going to get 4 schools covered. 4 schools covered. If you don't qualify for a fee waiver, then you and I need to have a conversation as to how many schools you should probably apply to, okay? We always want it to be at least 1, but we can have that conversation. I'm adding 5 so you can see what happens at the end when you need to pay for the extra one. But if you know you cannot pay for an extra one, just choose Dominguez Hills and 3 more. So we're going to click continue. And it's going to have me review my program selections. So right now I have a total fee of $350 because I haven't put any type of income information for them to determine whether or not I qualify for a fee waiver. So right now you'll see I have 5 schools here. The school at the top, the term, which is fall, and then the major. Okay. Continue to my application. There are 4 quadrants in this application, okay? Personal information, academic history, supporting information, this is where we do EOP, and then program materials. So personal information, this is where we're going to start. Release statement. Basically, you're telling them that you are filling everything out to the best of your ability, okay? CASP results release statement. So they just want to know whether or not you took CASP. Because of COVID, we did not take CASP. So you're going to click on, I did not attend high school in California or did not complete the CASP assessment. Then you're going to click the box to acknowledge this release of contact information, save and continue. Continue to the next section. Biographic information. So they've already pre-filled your name here. Do you have any materials under another name? Maiden name, middle name, or nickname. So you can choose to add another alternate name here. Let's say, for example, maybe my name was Janet. And then alternate last name if you know that maybe you have an additional, so maybe it's Bautista Perez, or at school it says one thing, or on your social it says another. Whatever the alternate name is, just write it in here, that way they know. Okay. Do you have a name, first, middle, that you commonly use that differs from your legal name? So if the answer is yes, put your preferred first or middle name here. If the answer is no, you put no. Legal sex. So legally, this is your biological sex, right? Male, female, non-binary. So click 1. And then do you consider yourself to be any one of these? If you don't know, or if you're unsure, you can click not sure. You can click decline to state or another orientation. How do you describe yourself? Any one of these. If you're not sure, that's also okay. If you decline to state, you can decline to state. How do you describe the way you express your gender identity? Here you go. If you're not sure, and most of you are not sure, I know, because every year most of you start to Google this, you can go Google it, or you can click not sure. That's okay. They're only using this for data purposes. They're not looking at it for your application or your admissions, okay? This is just for them to see who's applying to the different schools, okay? Nobody gets to actually see any of this information when it comes to your application. Birth information. So this is pretty self-explanatory. You're writing your date of birth. So I'm gonna do that again. If you click here, it will give you the option to choose a year, okay? So let's pretend I was born June 28th, 2002. Birth information. For most of you, it's going to be United States. For some of you, it may not be. So if you were born somewhere else, that's okay. They have all the countries here. Pick the one that's applicable to you. You have to write the city. So if you were born in Torrance, just write Torrance. If you were born in a different country, it's also going to ask you for the city. So just write the city and the state and the county. LA County goes from Santa Barbara all the way down to before Orange County. So pretty far down, okay? At any time since you turned age 13, were both your parents deceased? Were you in foster care, or were you a dependent or ward of the court? For most of you, the answer is no. The answer will be yes if you know this to be true. As determined by a court in your state of legal residence, are you or were you an emancipated minor? For almost all of you, the answer is no. At any time on or after July 1st, 2020, did your high school or school district homeless liaison determine that you were an accompanied youth who was homeless or were self-supporting and at risk of being homeless? For most of you, the answer is no. At any time on or after July 1st, 2020, did the director of an emergency shelter or transitional housing program funded by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development determine that you were an unaccompanied youth that was homeless or self-supporting or at risk of being homeless? For most of you, the answer is no. And at any time on or after July 1st, 2020, did the director of a runaway or homeless youth basic center or transitional living program determine that you were an unaccompanied youth who was homeless or self-supporting, and at risk of being homeless? For most of you, the answer is no. If any of these are true for you, that's okay. Just click yes where it is applicable. Continue to next section. Contact information. They want to know how to get in contact with you. So your current address, we're all currently living in the United States. It's key that you put a California address here, okay? So this might pre-populate. This is only the street address, okay? The street address goes first. You might get something that looks like this. It's just them confirming. These last four, just click yes if that's the only thing that you're unsure of and the rest is correct. Okay, if something here is wrong, if the street address is wrong, if the city or state is wrong, or if the county and the first few numbers of the zip code are wrong, then you click no. Otherwise, if everything besides these last four numbers looks the same, you're gonna click yes. So again, the street address just goes up top, the city goes under city, state, county, and then the zip code at the bottom. Approximate date through which current address is valid. So basically they want to know, are you still living there now? So yes, just click today's date. Is this your permanent address? If you know you're going to be leaving or moving soon, then maybe you want to put a different mailing address, okay? And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But if this is your permanent address, you click yes. Okay, if the answer is no, because you know you're going to move, then you're going to put a different address here. Maybe somewhere you're moving, or maybe your grandma's or your tia's house, or somewhere where you know you can receive mail. Okay, otherwise you click yes. So to make changes to your phone number, you have to go back to the profile section. But if the phone number looks correct, you're just going to you're just going to ignore this section and this section. Continue to next section, citizenship, residency, and information. It is really important that you pay attention as I am speaking through this section. The reason why it's important is because if you click on the wrong thing, you're going to be charged international tuition. And that's about double what tuition is here in California. So please pay attention as we are filling this out. U.S. citizenship. So are you a U.S. citizen, meaning you were born in the United States, permanent resident, meaning you have a green card, none of these, refugee, other, or visa, okay? For the sakes of this presentation, I'm gonna put none, but for most of you, it's gonna be U.S. citizen. I'm gonna put none. It's gonna ask me for my country of citizenship. I'm going to pretend that it's El Salvador. If you were born outside of the US, what year did you or will you move to the US? So let's pretend I moved to El Salvador a year after I was born. So I'm gonna put 2003. What US state possession do you regard as your permanent home? Residency. It already says here California, so luckily they've made it so that you can't mess this up, which is great. In previous years, it was very easy to just write a different state here. So at this point, they've already fixed this for us. I should probably say that again, huh, Roxanne? You're on mute.
Well, no, because scroll back down.
Mm-hmm.
You have to click yes, so they can
Okay.
screw that up.
Okay, great. I'll start again then.
You can just start from the residency part.
Got it. So residency. So what U.S. state possession do you regard as your permanent home? This is where we're living. So California. We're all living in California. We've already said we're living in California. So because we know we are currently residing and living in California, all of us, everyone, all students, the entire senior class is going to click yes. And then have you lived in California continuously since birth? Some of us, it will be yes. If we moved to a different state or we moved to a different country and then we came back, we're going to click no. This also applies if we were born somewhere else. So I said that I was born in El Salvador in 2003. So when did your present stay in California begin? Well, you know what? I moved here in 2003 in July. And then they're gonna ask me for an exact date. If I don't remember, if your parents are like, it was towards the beginning, it was towards the end, I don't remember, the 15th, that's the day. Okay, you just guesstimate a day. It's not so much, it's not something they're gonna hound on. They just wanna know roughly when you started to live in California. So just tell them the day you started to live in California. Save and continue. Continue to next section. Race and ethnicity. This is all very self-explanatory. They're gonna ask you some very personal information about you. This is just for data, okay? Once you submit it, you can't change it. No one sees it on your application. It's just for data to see who's applying. So with regard to your ethnicity, do you consider yourself Hispanic or Latino? Some of you will say yes, some of you will say no, okay? If I said yes, I already said that I was born in El Salvador, so I'm gonna click Salvadorian. If you click no, you're going to get these options here. So if you don't like any of these options and you're like, you know what, I don't fall under any of these, you can decline to stay or none of the above. That's completely okay. But if you click yes, then you have to click Mexican, Guatemalan, Honduran, Colombian, whatever it is. So you click it, race. Maybe you don't like any of these, so you're gonna click none of the above. And then summary. California State University often needs to report only one summary race or ethnicity. They're asking you to pick one. If you're like, I don't want to pick one, I don't like any of these, you can decline to state. That's okay. Save and continue. Continue to next section. Parent guardian information. So they want you to enter your parent or your guardian information, at least one parent. You don't have to put both, but at least one. It's only for data and recruitment purposes. So you can choose not to add a parent or you can add a parent, and that's fine if you do. Okay, so I'm gonna add my dad, Bautista, I'm gonna say father, and you have the different options here: mother, father, stepmother, stepfather, foster parent, guardian, or other. Okay, is your parent or guardian a current permanent resident of California? It's really important that if you do this section that you say yes. Okay, because they also determine your residency based on where your parents live. So has your parent guardian lived in California continuously since birth? If the answer is obviously no, you can click no. If it's yes, click yes. If no, because they lived in a different state or in a different country, they're gonna ask when their current stay in California began. Well, I already said that I came in 2003 in July on the 15th, so I'm gonna pretend like I came with my dad at this point. You don't have to pretend, just ask your parents, be as accurate as you possibly can. So the prior country for me in this case would be El Salvador and La Paz. From when to when did he live there? Okay, it's very unnecessary, but we're going to give the information because it's what they're asking for. So we're going to pick a day and we're going to say till 2000 this day. So if they were born in a different country, you're putting the day when they were born up until the day that they left. Okay, so if we got to the United States, let's say July 15th, maybe we lived in El Salvador up until July 14th because they got here on July 15th. Mailing address. This is where you live. Country for everyone is United States. So you're gonna input your address again. The street address goes here at the very top. This is just the numbers and the street name, then the city, the state, and the zip code. So this is their mailing address in California. You're choosing the mailing address for your parent here. So their mailing address in California, and then their contact information. So you can just write their email address, okay? And then you write their phone number, and then choose mobile, home, work, whatever they feel comfortable with. Authorization, this is important. Do you give permission for the admissions office to communicate with your parent or guardian regarding your application? Think about this very carefully, okay? Because what happens sometimes is you all have questions about your application, about your status, about your financial aid, and you would like to talk to somebody, but now that you are either 18 or you've graduated from high school, if your parent calls a college and they're like, hey, I want to know an update on my student, they're going to say, no, we can't talk to you about this because you're not responsible for their education. They are. They're going to want to talk to you, not your parent. But if you feel in your heart, oh man, I'm going to need my parents' help to communicate some information, like I don't feel completely confident that I'm going to be able to have a financial aid conversation with an advisor on my own. And yes, I want my parent to call at maybe a time without me, then you want to click yes. I give them permission to talk about my application. If you're like, no, I can handle it, I can call whoever I need to about my application and get the information that I need, then you're going to click no. University campus communication. Do you give permission for your parent or guardian to receive university communications? These may include new student and housing information, parent activities, volunteer, charitable opportunities, and general campus information. They also ask because if there's an emergency and they're texting a bunch of people, they want to know if they can text your parent. But you know, when there's parent activities or they want the parents to send you something, or it's like on campus family day, do you want them to communicate with your parent? You're gonna say yes, otherwise the answer is no. Save and continue. So you've already added that parent here. You don't need to add another one. Okay, so you completed this portion. You're going to click on other information. So this is extra information that they're asking for that they need you to complete. Your designated programs may require a Social Security number for institutional or federal financial aid forms. Do you have a U.S. Social Security number? For most of you, the answer is yes. You're going to enter that Social Security number here. If the answer is no, you're just going to put, I acknowledge that I do not have a U.S. Social Security number. And that's it for this section. Okay? Otherwise, you click yes. Okay? Statewide student ID. This number is on your transcript. At the top, it says statewide student ID next to it. Or it might say SSID, like you see here in parentheses, and it's 10 numbers. Okay, so write in that number here. And then language proficiency. What is your first language? What was your first language? Well, for me, my first language was Spanish. So I'm going to scroll through all of these amazing languages and I'm going to click Spanish. Additional language, well, English. Or you can swap these. If you want to put English here, Spanish here, you can do that. Proficiency level, beginner, intermediate, advanced. It's fine. Okay, you can add another language if you want. If you speak 3, and some of you do, please add that here. Okay, so military dependent question. So if you are the dependent, which means are you the child of a person who is currently serving or has previously served in the US military? Are you the child of, so is one of your parents, have they served in the military, or are they currently serving in the military? Is one of your parents currently serving in the military? So you're going to click yes, and you're going to click where, or you're going to click no, neither one of my parents has served in the military, or yes, actually they're in active duty, the National Guardsman, reservist, or a veteran. Academic standing. Are you in good standing? Yes, you're going to click yes. Academic infractions and conduct. Have you ever been disciplined for academic performance, academic probation, disqualification, etc. by any college or university? Luckily, this applies to college or university and none of you are there, so you're all going to click no. Have you been academically disqualified at any college or university? No. Have you ever been disciplined for student conduct violation, suspensions, expulsions, etc. by any college or university? Luckily, again, this is college or university, so you're all going to click no. Teacher or other education credential information. So, are you interested in obtaining your teacher or other educational credential? If you know that right now that's not something you're interested in, you're going to click not interested in a credential program. If you're thinking, oh, maybe later, at a later time, you can click planning to apply to a credential program at a later time. Basically, they're just going to send you information about different programs. That way you have that information ahead of time. If you're planning to apply to a credential program for this term, which none of you are, this doesn't apply to you, these are your only two options, okay? So either no or yes at a later time. CalFresh. For more information on the CalFresh program, you're going to click here. Are you interested in checking your eligibility for monthly food assistance to be used towards groceries through the CalFresh program? It doesn't hurt to say yes. They're going to send you some information. California Promise. The California Promise program is for California resident students who are first-time freshmen. This is all of you, and are interested in finishing their bachelor's degree in 4 years or their associate's degree. You wish to complete your degree in 2 years if you're doing your associate's degree. So the California Promise is basically, yes, I want to work really hard and I would like to finish in 4 years. That means that you are interested in participating in the California Promise. You're going to click yes. If you're like, you know what, things are a little bit crazy, I can't commit to finishing this in 4 years. It may take me 5 or 6, which is actually very normal these days. You can click no. But if you're like, no, I really want to be done in 4, then click yes. They're going to send you some information about that. And then how did you hear about us? You're just going to click counselor or advisor. I seem to be missing something because the save and continue is not popping up.
Yeah.
I'm going to click this because I actually don't have one right now. Save and continue. So continue to next section. Financial and parental information. Household income and size information. It's really important that we pay attention to this section because this is what's going to determine whether or not we qualify for a fee waiver. So we want to review the information here. So I'm going to read these. If any one of these statements apply to you, then just keep that in mind, okay? So please review the following questions carefully to determine if any of them apply to you. You were born before January 1st, 1998. Are you currently an active duty member or a veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces? So the first two, the answer is no. As of today, are you married? As far as I know, for most of you, the answer is no. You have or will have children or dependents who will receive more than half of their support. So if you have children that we don't know about, then the answer is yes. Otherwise, the answer is no. Someone other than your parent or step-parent have legal guardianship of you as determined by a court in a state of legal residence. So if the court has determined that someone other than your parent or your step-parent has legal guardianship of you, the answer to this is yes. Otherwise, we're still on no. At any time since you turned age 13, both your parents were deceased, you were in foster care, or you were a dependent of the ward of the court. Does this apply to you, yes or no? At any time on or July 1st, 2020, did your high school, an emergency shelter, a transitional housing program, or homeless youth center determine that you were an unaccompanied youth or were self-supporting and at risk of being homeless? And lastly, you currently do not live with your parent, step-parent, and have not had contact nor financial support from them for the last 12 months or more. For most of you, the answer is going to be none of the above statements apply to me. For some of you, it may be one or more of the above statements apply to me. So none, you're going to be dependent of your parents, which is normal. Or one or more of the statements up here apply to you, and that's the truth, then you're an independent student. This changes a lot of things, so just be sure that you can confidently say yes to at least to one of these things. So none of the statements above apply to me. At this point, you're going to write the total size of your household here. So it says here, include yourself, your parents, and other household members like siblings or anyone else your parents help financially. So in my house, it could be me, my little sister, my little brother, my mom, my dad, and my grandma. My grandma doesn't work. So in my house, it's 6. Income information. If your custodial parent or step-parent is registered with the California Secretary of State as a domestic partner, the partner's income must be included along with your parent's step-parent's income. So parents adjusted gross income for 2019. If you filled out the FAFSA, you have a rough idea as to what this number is. If you don't remember, that's okay. I probably wouldn't either. Just go and check the income on your parents' taxes. This is the income that's reported on the federal tax return for 2019. You don't have to put in the comma. It's going to appear for you, okay? And they don't want cents. They just want whole numbers, okay? If there's any untaxed income, you can add that here as well. Campus housing. Are you interested in on-campus housing? Should space be available? Okay, there will be a separate housing application. It's really important. If you have at least one school on your list that it's more than about 35 miles away, then you want to live on campus. So you're just gonna click yes. And then your parents' educational level. So my dad is a high school graduate. My mom has some college. What didn't I fill out? Okay. If the answer to this is 0, then just put 0 here. But you have to write something here in the untaxed income section. Save and continue. Continue to next section. High schools attended. High schools. For most of you, you're going to have the past 4 years as environmental charter high school. So I'm going to show you very quickly how to do that. Okay. So here we're going to write in our CEEB code 051472. And then you're going to see that it pops up down here. You're going to click on environmental charter high school. Okay, so we're going to add a high school here. So if you attended ECHS for the past 4 years, you were here all 4 years, I'm going to show you all how to do it first. If you transferred into ECHS, after I'm done showing the students who attended ECHS 4 years, then I'll show you all how to type in your schools, okay? So for ECHS, we're going to put the CEEB code 051472. And when you scroll down, you're going to see that it's here. Click on 051472. You're going to click on Environmental Charter High School. If you attended Environmental Charter High School for the past 4 years, then you started in August of 2017 and you're ending in June of 2021. Okay, that's what yours will look like. Okay, and the term type is semesters. If you transfer from a different school, let's look up that school first. So let's pretend that that school is Lawndale. So I'm going to click Lawndale High School. And then as I scroll down, there's too many options. So I'm just going to click on this top part that says schools in Lawndale, California. And then I'm going to click on Lawndale High School. I attended in August 2017, but I only attended for 1 year, which means I attended from August 2017 to June of 2018. So I'm going to save this school. Okay, because I'm now missing 3 years, so I need to add another high school. So here is where I add ECHS 051472. Let's try that again. 051472. And then I'm going to click on Environmental Charter High School. And I'm going to click on Environmental Charter High School. And because I transferred, I know that I started the following year in August of 2018. And I'm ending with everybody else on June 2021. For everybody else, this will say, for everyone else that attended ECHS for 4 years, it will be from August of 2017 to June 2021. The term is semesters, and I'm going to click Save This School. So you're going to add as many schools as you have attended in high school. So if it's 3 years, you're just going to look at your transcript and you're going to put the years that you attended those schools. Okay, down to the month. If you transferred, let's say you were at Lawndale High School until October of 2018, if you didn't receive those first semester grades, wherever you received those grades is the school that you are reporting. So for that semester, that fall semester would actually go to the next school that you attended. Okay, so you'll have your two schools here, and then you're going to add your graduation status. So I have or will graduate with my high school diploma. Okay. You're going to receive this diploma from Environmental Charter High School, and you're receiving it in June of 2021. Then you will click Save and Continue. You will click Continue to next section. The next section is academic information. So, did you attend high school, secondary school outside of the United States? No. Save and continue. Continue to the next section. Colleges attended. So for those of us that attended a different college, a college or university, you're gonna write that in here. So El Camino College, if it's West LA College, you're gonna type in West Los Angeles College. If it's LA Harbor, you're gonna type that in. Did you obtain or are you planning to obtain a degree? For all of you, the answer is no. What type of term system? If it's El Camino, it's semester. If it's a different one, you put what applies, okay? When did you start? So if you took classes the summer of your 11th grade year, you're gonna put summer, and then your 11th grade year was last year. So let's say, no, 11th grade year, before the 11th grade year, Look at your transcript. Whenever you took the summer course, that's when you would write in when you started. So whenever you started your first community college course, that's what you're gonna put as your first semester. Okay. And if you're currently taking a class, you're gonna check here if you're still attending. And then you're gonna click Save. Great. Now you're gonna click High School Coursework. Okay, I need you all to pay attention because the CSUs determine your acceptance based on this entire section. Is take out your transcript, look at your transcript, and highlight all your A through G courses. All right, so these are your A through G courses. History, English, math, lab science, language other than English, for all of you it'll be Spanish, visual and performing arts, and college prep elective. For you all, your college prep electives are ethnic studies, green ambassadors, and environmental science, okay? So on your transcript, I want you to highlight those classes with those grades. If you come from a different school, go ahead and ask for help at this point so we can go in and let you know what classes are your college prep electives. The visual and performing art course is either art, if you're at ECHS, or maybe you took like photography or drawing at a different high school. Your sciences are biology and chemistry. And then you all know what your history, English, and math courses are. So these are your A through G minimum requirements. Okay, so back at the high school coursework, you're gonna choose the 9th grade, the school, and then the year will depend. If you started at ECHS in 2017-18, you're gonna click 2017-18. If you started in the 9th grade, the year will say 2017-18. Okay, so in this case, I would click Lawndale, and then for my 9th grade will show 2017-18. As we're inputting classes for our 9th grade, and we start typing in our class, it's going to pre-populate the classes that we have available at our school. So for ECHS, you will see English 9 here. You have to click on the drop-down option in order to receive the credit. I will repeat. You have to click on the drop-down option in order to receive the credit. If I don't click on anything and I type it all out, I am not going to receive credit for this course. Okay? The application will not read it as an A through G course. So please choose the drop-down. English 9, none. What grade did I get in the fall? And what grade did I get in the spring? As a reminder, at ECHS, we do not have plus or minuses. So no grades on here should have plus or minuses. If you went to a different school, yes, you can add plus or minuses. Okay, so English, you'll click the little check once you're done. And then you also took environmental science, none. What grade did I get in the fall? What grade did I get in the spring? Check it off. Double check that these are correct, because if you lie, that's it. You're losing admittance, okay? You also took art. For you all, it would just say art. None. What grade did I get first semester? What grade did I get second semester? Click the check off. Then you're going to choose ethnic studies. None. What grade did I get first semester? What grade did I get second semester? You'll do the check off. And you're going to put math, integrated math 1 or accelerated. Okay, none. What grade did I get first semester? What grade did I get second semester? Do the check off. And for us, it's only going to be 5 because we took, we're taking math in 9th grade twice, right? Oh, college prep. You're not going to add college prep to any of these, not college prep 9, 10, or 11, because they're not A through G courses. These are electives, so you're not adding them here. Okay. Once you are done with this grade level and you've inputted all your A through G classes only, you're going to add another grade level. So you're going to add 10th grade, you're going to choose the school, the year, and you're going to check it off again. So in 10th grade, it pops up at the top. So you'll start again. English, click English 10, none. What grade did I get fall? What grade did I get spring? Check it off. Then you took either AP World History, so if you took, or you took regular World History. If you took AP, this is going to say Advanced Placement already. What grade did you get second semester? Do the check off. You all took Biology? None. What grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Click the check off. You all took Spanish, so click the Spanish that applies. What Spanish did you take in your 10th grade year? What grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Check off. What math did you take second semester? Was it integrated math 2? Or maybe it was accelerated math 10. Okay, this will pre-populate itself. So what grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Then you add green ambassadors. So click on the drop down. What grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Check off. Again, you're not adding college prep 10. So that's 10th grade. We're adding 11th grade at ECHS, and the year is 1920 at the top again. English 11, what grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Check it off. You either took AP US History or you took regular US History. What grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Check it off. You all took chemistry. If you didn't already take it at a different school, you might have also taken physics or APES. What grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Check it off. Then Spanish. What grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Click it off. Math. So maybe you were in pre-calc honors. What grade did you get first semester? What grade did you get second semester? Check it off. And then you probably have College Prep 11, and then you had an elective here. So because they're not a college prep course, these are the only courses you had for 11th grade. And now we're gonna do 12th grade. 12th grade is going to look a little bit different because we don't have grades. So this is now 2020, 2021. So we scroll to the top. We're all taking English 12. Fall is currently in progress. We're currently taking this fall semester. Spring is planned. I plan on taking English 12 second semester. Check it off. Then we're also taking government, United States government. Fall in progress. Spring, we're not going to take government. We take econ. So for spring, we write no grade. Check it off. We're probably taking Spanish. So AP Spanish Language, AP Spanish Lit. It's in progress. Second semester is planned. Check it off. Some of us are taking physics. Some of us are taking AP Environmental Science. In progress. Second semester is planned. And then lastly, we need to add economics. So for fall, there's no grade. For spring, it's planned. Check it off. Business does not count as any grade here, okay? If you're not taking physics, don't add it. If you're not taking Spanish, don't add it. Once you are done, or you have summer courses. Let's say, for example, you failed English 10B. So let me edit this. I'm gonna say that I failed English 10B. Let's pretend that I made it up the summer after my 10th grade year. I need to add a summer course. Summer grade level, 10th, Environmental Charter. So here it says, if you took a summer class between 9th grade and 10th grade, the summer grade level should be set to 10th grade. So I needed to make up 10th grade English, so it's 11th grade for me, okay? So 11th grade is year 1920. I'm gonna check it off. I'm gonna go over here, and what I failed was English 10. And I'm gonna put it under summer 2, and I'm gonna say that I got a B. This is going to say no grade, and we're gonna check it off. If you have any other Fs, whether they be in math, and you made them up in the summer, you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to add the summer course. Here it says, if you took the class between 9th and 10th, it goes to 10th grade. So the following year, if you took the class after 10th grade, then you're choosing 11th grade. If you took the class the summer after 11th grade, then you're choosing 12th grade. Just make sure that the academic year is correct. And you will do the same thing. You'll type in the class. And then if it's for semester 1, you'll write in A or B. So for this one, I'm going to say it's English 10A. So I'm going to say I got a B, and this is no grade. Okay. All right, any questions? If you get to this portion and you're confused, please ask us for help. That's what we're here for. So please just say you need help because you need to input some summer grades, you're not sure, that's okay. I will also say if you took college courses, that does not go here. This is only for high school courses. So once we've inputted all of our A through G courses, we're gonna scroll to the bottom and we're gonna click Save and Continue. We're gonna continue to next section. So this is for El Camino. Any course that I took, we're going to start here. So we're going to add a semester. I'm going to say semester 1 of 2019, freshman, completion, completed. So we're going to add a course. Maybe I took PS. This is political science 1. Everything will be pre-populate. Government. So it will go under political science. We received 3 credits and the grade that I received was an A. It's transferable. Okay, so that's what we got and we're gonna save. If that's the only class we took, great. If we need to add another course, let's do that. The best way to do it is look at your transcript on your El Camino website in your portal and you will see the course code here and everything will pre-populate. If you need help, just let us know. Okay, so I added political science and now let's pretend I'm taking a course right now. So because I'm done with this, I'm gonna click Save, but I'm taking a course right now. So I wanna add a course. But I took this and I'm taking it now. So fall of 2020, and it's in progress. Okay, so this, let's pretend that it's Econ. So I'm taking Econ 1. The subject here is Econ. And I'm gonna click Save. Okay, so these are my courses and these are done. So once you click out of college coursework, you'll see that it's not checked off. So once you click back to college coursework, this will say it's done. You can edit it or preview it, but if you've completed it, you click yes and you say save your transcript. And now it's checked off, so you'll continue to next section. A through G matching. If any of these years are below what's in parentheses here, or you know you have 4 years of English and it only says 3.5 or 3 right here, please let us know because we need to help you. There's an error somewhere and we need to fix it. But if everything looks correct, and remember they're just looking at your A through G courses, and this calculated GPA might be a little bit different from what you have because this might include all your A through G courses instead of just your 10th and 11th grade A through G courses. It might look a little bit different and that's okay. If everything looks good, we're gonna accept and save. If it doesn't, we have to update A through G courses. So then we have to look through each one. See, at El Camino, government actually counts as a history course. So this is area A, right? So if we're looking at area A, we have to correct that here. So we need to click A here. And Econ is actually an A through G college prep course. So you can put G or you could put A, and then you save and continue. So you go back to the summary and you'll see here that maybe some of these things have changed because Econ is now under college prep elective instead of history, but if you want to put it under history, that's fine too. And you'll see that now you're ready. It's checked off, okay? Standardized tests. Most of us did not take it. If you're not taking, you're clicking I'm not. If you're not taking it and you didn't take it and you're not gonna take it, you're gonna click this. Otherwise, if you took an AP test and you want to report that, and if you passed, you do want to report it because then you get college credit, you're going to add that test score here. So you'll just put the AP test that you took. So let's pretend that AP Spanish Language and Culture. Did you already take it? Yes. You can literally Google AP Spanish Language Test, May of 2020, and it will tell you exactly what day, because the day is the same nationally. So what day you took it, and it will be in May of 2020, and it will tell you exactly what day you took it, and then you'll just give the score that you got, and you'll save this test. If you have another test to add the other test, okay? None of these CLEP, IB, those don't apply to you. If you have an SAT score, you'll do the same thing. You'll add your SAT scores. Otherwise, you're done with this section, and you'll see that it's checked off. So at this point, we're going to look at my application. What have we completed? Personal information, academic history, supporting information. This is your EOP. So educational programs and work experience. Everyone needs to fill this portion out. So as you're looking through here, have you participated in any of these programs? We don't have AVID or Upward Bound. We do not have these or this. Did you work? On average, how many hours did you work in the recent 36 months? For some of you, it might be 1 to 5. For others, it might be 21 or more. So just be truthful. Was it related to your major of choice? Click yes or no. Extracurricular programs, leadership activities, things like this. Any outside clubs, how many hours a week did you participate? For some of us, it might be none because we had to go home and take care of our siblings, and that's okay. For others, it might be 6 to 10 if we did, or 11 to 15 if we did a sport, or if we were in leadership, depending on what we did. Did you hold or have any leadership positions? If the answer is no, just click no. If the answer is yes, click yes. Save and continue. Continue to next section. EOP. So you know whether or not you had to complete EOP. So here you're gonna click no if you already know you're not doing it because you've been told you don't have to, or yes, you're going to do it. So for right now, just click yes. We'll provide a different video for you on how to complete your EOP questions. Click save and continue. Continue to next section. So it's going to review what we have. Please read through these because it's going through each one of your schools and giving you some information. So admission requirements must be completed by certain dates. This is information that they have. This is all they have. They want you to go through each one. So that's Channel Islands. Now we're looking at Dominguez Hills. Some information, and then they have questions for you here. So what are those questions? If admitted to Dominguez Hills, would you be interested in being contacted by a pre-health advisor should you be interested in pursuing a career as a medical doctor, dentist, veterinarian, or other healthcare professional? So if you're interested, click yes. If you know you're not interested in any of those careers, click no. Save and continue. You're gonna save. East Bay, just some general information. Long Beach, general information, no questions here. And then undeclared, general information. We're gonna go back to my application. Now you see that everything here is completed. If you're doing EOP, this next step right now, you're not going to do just yet because we still need to complete EOP. For everybody else, you're gonna go to submit application. So here we have 5 applications. The total fee is $350. We wanna check my fee waiver. So I get 4 out of 4 fee waivers. If you get this, that means you're getting a fee waiver. If you do not get this, that means you have to pay for your applications. If that's the case, ask for help. We will come and help you, okay? So we're gonna close. Now I know I get 4. I don't get 5. And because I don't have $70 to pay for all 5, I have to get rid of one of these schools. My GPA is about a 3.1. So do I dream and reach for Long Beach, even though I know it's fully impacted school and I'm probably not going to get in? Or do I get rid of one of these non-impacted schools? Because I have a 3.0, I want to have the most financial aid packages available to me. Because business administration is also a very hard major to get into, I'm going to get rid of Long Beach. So I'm just going to delete this program, and now I have 4. So this is the total fee. Okay, so check my fee waiver status. Great. So 4 out of 4, we're going to close. And then we're going to click on Submit All. When we go to Submit All, it's calculating everything. It's asking me to review everything before submission, my test scores, and then continue to payment. When you continue to payment, you'll see that everything has been subtracted. The entire payment has been subtracted because I get 4 fee waivers. You're going to click Continue. You're going to click I acknowledge. You're going to see that the fee total is 0. And then you're going to click Continue. At this point, I'm not going to click Continue because I'm not actually submitting anything. But you will click Continue and you will be done. Any questions, please ask us.